Hello students, until now we have seen the first measure of central tendency, that is a mean. We have seen how to find the mean or the average of the data if it is ungrouped and also when it is grouped. When the data is grouped, we have seen three different methods. The first one was direct method, second one was assumed mean method, and the third one was step deviation method. Now we are going to see the next measure of central tendency, that is median. Now you already know median. If we consider in a geometry part, median is that point which bisects the opposite side if you join it from the opposite vertex. Okay, so similarly the concept here is also the same one. Median is that value of the data which tells us that 50% of the data lies below the median, whereas 50% of the data lies above the median. Okay, so if I have to tell you in terms of a definition, median is the central most value of the given data. Okay, so if I have to say that median is that value or that data which tells us the 50% of the value is below that value and the 50% of the data is present above that median value. So definitely, to make sure that 50% of the data lies below the median, we have to arrange the given data into some order, isn't it? Because if the data is not arranged, will you get that the central most value will be the exact representative telling that the 50% data is lying below that median value and 50% is lying above that median value? No. So whenever we are going to see the median, the first thing that should be done with the given data is you have to arrange that data either in ascending order or in descending order. So you can arrange it in either way. So now I have written one example out here. So there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 observations in the data, and my first step would be to arrange them in an ascending order. You can arrange in descending also. So which is the lowest value? 2. Next to lowest value is 5. After that it is 7, then 8, then 10. Further, after 10 it is 14. After 14 it is 15, then 17, and then 27. It is actually very good way of writing the numbers in an order just below the given data, so that even if you miss out any data, you will immediately come to know that you have missed out some value, because if that happens, you might miss out one value when you are writing in the ascending or descending order. So just if you write one below the another, so you will come to know that yes, I have covered all the values. Now what next? How do I find which is the median value? Now just I have told you median is the central most value. Okay, so 50% of observations should be below that value and 50% should be above that value. So if I try to see this, how many observations are there? Here, the number of observations, if I represent it by n, how many are they? They are 9. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if there are 9 observations and I want the central most value, this 4 numbers and this 4 numbers. So which is the central observation value? That is 10. And where is it present? It is present at the 5th position. Isn't it? Yes, because just I have told you, even if you arrange the data in descending order, the data will be completely inverse of what I have written just now. So the 5th position value will be the same 10th itself. Okay, so from this we have to derive one formula for finding the median depending upon the given observations. Yes, since here the data was too small, like only 9 numbers, so you can directly tell, okay, skip, leave 4 observations here, leave 4 observations there, so central value I will get the median value. But if the number of observations are more, yes, so the formula for deriving or to find the median of the given data is, if I consider the number of observations, here you have to consider two cases. 1 when the number of observations are odd and when the number of observations are even. Why? Because if the number of observations are even, suppose I write one more data here, I add 30 to this data, so 30 will get added to my data, isn't it? So now what will be the centralmost value? Again, if I try to see, I will not get a single value as the centralmost. If you place the centralmost value here, there are 4 here numbers, whereas here there are 5. So they are not equal, isn't it? So in that case, definitely there should be some another way to finding the centralmost value. Okay, and hence we are going to write the formulas for two different observations if the number of observations are odd and if the number of observations are even. So if the number of observations are odd, yes, it is very easy. The formula is the median is the value present at n plus 1 by 2 position. See, when you are finding this value, you are not going to get the value, you are going to get the position. Meaning, suppose if we take the same example, I will meanwhile just consider the odd values. So now my number of observations are odd, which are nothing but 9. So we have already seen the fifth position value gives me the median. So just replace here 9 plus 1 divided by 2, which will give me 10 by 2, that is 5. Now is the median value 5? Yes? No. The median value is the value present at fifth position. So whenever you are finding the position by this formula, you are just getting the position, what position value I have to consider as the median. You are not getting the median value, unlike the mean where directly from the formula you are getting the value of the mean. Here you are getting only the position number whose value you will be considering as mean. Okay, so I hope now you understood why I have written here n plus 1 by 2th position value. Okay, now let us come back to the next formula, wherein if the number of observations are even, it means for the same example, suppose I take the number of observations as 10. Okay, so now will you get a single value which will be the centralmost? No. Here you will get two values which can be considered as the centralmost. This one, whereas the next one. So now you can see 4 observations below it, 4 observations above it. But median cannot have two values. It should be a single value. Okay. So what we can do? Yes. So the formula for finding the median when the number of observations are even is you have to take average of these two values. Okay. So you have to take average of fifth and sixth position value, that is 10 plus 14 divided by 2, so which is equal to 24 by 2, that is nothing but 12. Okay, so but then how will I write it in the formula? Because from this formula I can tell the median position value even if the number of observations are too large. Similarly, I also need a formula to find the number of the median value if the number of observations are more. So what we are going to do? Yes, just we have to take average, just now what I have told. So when n is even, the median value will be what? Average of, whose average you have taken? You have taken average of two positions, isn't it? Now how are the two positions? Yes, fifth position, number of observations divided by 2. Okay, so you can see my number of observations are 10, so 10 divided by 2 is fifth. Yes, so fifth position value and immediately the value next to it. So n by 2, whatever value you have got, in that you have to just add 1. So these position values average you are going to take. So see, that's why I have written it here, average of n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th position value, or you can write it like this also, n by 2 position value plus n by 2 plus 1th position value, and then you have to take its average. So it will be divided by 2 since there are two observations. Okay, Let us check with our example. N by 2, so fifth, n by 2, 5 plus 1, 6. And hence their average 10 plus 14, 24 by 2, that is 12. Okay, so these are the two formulas for finding the median when the number of observations are odd and when the number of observations are even. In case of even, you will not get a single value which is the central most. Hence, you have to take the average of two central most values, and hence I have taken the average of n by 2. Definitely, if n are the number of observations, the central will be n by 2, isn't it? And immediately the next of it, see here is a difference between these two. Here n plus 1 by 2, it means you are adding 1 to n first and then you are dividing it with 2, isn't it? So when my observation were 9, so 9 plus 1, 10 I did, and then I divided it by 2, so I got 5 answer. But here you have to first divide it with 2 and then you have to add plus 1 to it. So the two formulas are different. You don't get confused of writing that n by 2 plus 1 as n plus, because in that case you will get a wrong value. Okay, here also in both the cases you have to first of all arrange the data in any order, ascending or descending, and then only you go forward for finding the median. And by this formula you are getting the position number, which position number value you are going to consider for finding the median. Directly you are not going to get the median values. From that positions, the value whatever is present or the observation whatever is present, that will be considered as the median of the given data. Okay, so this is all about median. Further, now let us see now this everything, what kind of data was it, whether it was a grouped data or ungrouped data. So as you can see, it is an ungrouped data, isn't it? The number of observations were small, so directly, even without making use of formula also I can tell the value. But for example, if the data is like this, wherein the number of observations are 100. Okay, so are you going to arrange these 100 numbers in an ascending order, and then by this formula you are going to find the position value? Yes, isn't that a very tedious job? Yes, so for that there is another way of finding, wherein we are going to make the frequency distribution table. Now let us see how to find the median of a data when the data is very big enough. Okay, so now here I have written one example wherein the total number of observations are 100. Fine. First thing, for finding the median, the data has to be arranged in an ascending order. As you can see, whenever you are making a frequency distribution table, you always write the values in an ascending order. You start with the lowest and then you go to the highest value. Fine. So the data is already arranged. What is my next part? To see whether the number of observations are odd or the even ones. What are the total number of observations? 100. So what kind of value is it, odd or even? It is an even value, wherein the value of n is 100. So what is the formula? The formula says median for an even data is average of n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th position value. It means it will be average of, what is my n? My n is 100. So 100 by 2 will give me 50. So 50 and just add 1 to it, that is 51. So 50 and 51th position values, whatever values are there, you have to take average of that both values. Now here, how will I know that which value is the 50th value? Definitely what you will do, you will go on adding the frequency. So 20 plus 6, 26, that 26 plus 24 is 50, then 50 plus 28 and so on, isn't it? So rather than adding it here, why don't we make another column for it, wherein we will be adding the frequencies prior to these values. Yes, so such column is called as cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency, wherein you are considering the frequencies before the given value. Okay, so now we are going to add one column cumulative frequencies, we are going to see how many observations are there till this value. Okay, so if here I write up to, so how many observations are there up to 20 means below 20 also you will be considering, but since 20 is having observation 6, it means the below values we don't have in the previous rows, so here the value will be 6. How many children or how many students have obtained the marks up to 25? Up to 25 means before 25 values will also get added, isn't it? So before 25, what are the number of students? There are 6 students who have obtained 20 marks, so they will also get added. So 20 value of this frequency and the 6 of the previous one, so here the addition is 26. Okay, similarly, how many students have got the values up to 28? Up to 28 means all three will get added, the 28 and the previous two. Now the addition of these two I have already found, so I will just take this value and in this value I will add the frequency of next row, that is 24, which will give me 50. Okay, up to 29. So whatever is the addition of the frequencies of the previous one, in that you will be adding the 28 value. So 50 plus 28, which will give me 78. Further, up to 33, 78 plus the frequency of this row, that is 33, which will give me 111. After that, yes, sorry, it is here, it should be 15. 78 plus 15. Instead of writing the frequency, I wrote the marks. So 78 plus 15, which will give me 93. How many students have got marks up to 38? So whatever are the previous marks, in that you have to add plus 4. So my previous value is 93 plus 4, which will give me 97. Similarly, up to 42, previous values, in that add 2, which will give me 99. And the last one, 99 plus 1, which is equal to 100. So whatever value you are getting it here, it should be the total frequency. If they are same, then only you can say that you have got the right values in the cumulative frequency column. Okay, so what we have done, we have just found out the number of observations till that value. Till 20 there were 6 numbers, 6 students. Till 25 there were this 20 plus the previous 6, because till 25 means the previous also you have to add. Till 28, addition of above 2, in that you will add 24. So this addition I have already found, so I will be just adding 24 to the previous value. In next case, add 28. So 50 was the addition till these 3 rows, in that you added 28 and so on. Now coming back to our values, we have to find the average of 50th and 51st position value. Now which will be the values present at the 50th and 51st position value? So as you can see here, you have got the addition as 50, meaning in this 26, when you add 24 you are getting 50, means which is the value present at the 50th position? Yes, the value is 28, isn't it? Yes, because you have got the value 50 in this row and the value present at this will be 28. As I have told you, from that formula we are just getting the positions, we are not getting the values. So the value present at the 50th position is 28. So here I will write further average of 28 and where will the 51st, if here till here it is 50, definitely the next value will have 51st, isn't it? Till here the total observations were 50 and the next one, which is that 29, it will be 51st, isn't it? So the average of 28 and 29 will give me the variance, so it will be 28 plus 29 divided by 2, and it will give me 57 by 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16. So 28.5 is the median for this given observation. Okay, so that one concept which we have learned here is the cumulative frequency values. Okay, so this is the way of finding the median when the data is ungrouped.